Hey gang, Django here, Primal Punch here, and got a little what you call it, their review. All right, and these are the uh, Blackhawk Pursuit pants. I think was the name of them, the model or whatever you have, whatever you call it there. All right, I got these from the website LA Police Gear. Yeah, these are the Pursuit pant. All right. Blackhawk exclamation point. I'm going to do a quick review on these. First, this is how they're going to come packaged. All right, individually in the little plastic wrap. And gone are the days where there's a bunch of freaking needles in there holding it together. You know, little pins. There's you got your little yeah, tells you what size you got, everything, so you know you got the right ones before you pop them out the plastic. Just got it nice and big. 38, 32, yeah. Put a little weight on after that last injury from my beloved doggies here, and popped my back again. So, you get your pants, and I'm going to go through some pros and cons, alright? Let's see, well, it's a pro and a con, okay? Let me show you on this, and I'll explain why it's a pro and a con. You got this double button, okay? One is a nice metal button, riveted through, solid, alright, can you see? And the other one is a sewed-on button. So you got where it's not going to do that thing like pants will do if you know, you drop some weight, you got to pull the belt tight, and the you know, the fabric wants to do that, like at the single button. Alright, it'll want to do this, and it can get pretty uncomfortable, and you end up with the rankles pressing against you and everything. So that's really cool. Now, a con of this extra button is that it is tight, man. Let me tell you, alright? It is tough to get out of there when you're wearing it. So say you had the best Taco Tuesday ever, and now it's Wednesday morning, you know, what have you, you're heading into work. Let me tell you this, do not button that second button, because Taco Tuesday will segue into Poop Your Pants Wednesday, and you'll turn your new favorite pair of pants into a used pamper. Alright? So, that's fair warning, okay? Because I'll tell you what your bowels do. The more you're struggling with that inner button, right? The more you're struggling with that, the more your bowels are like, hey, we're in a fight, we should cut loose, you know, with this extra weight. Expel some ballast. So, just don't do it, alright? Don't have Poop Your Pants Wednesday. Just leave it undone in there and button the one button. Trust. Alright, next. This one is just a con, okay? And I don't know what they were thinking. Look, you got swim trunk pockets. What were they thinking, man? I mean, you got regular fabric here, swim trunk material here. Alright? This is, it's almost like these guys are sitting there like, hey, we got a really good pair of pants here. We've got good material that's strong and solid. It breathes pretty well. Super durable. We've used good Velcro on all the pockets. People are going to expect this kind of quality. What can we do to mess this up? You know, I've got an idea. How about swim trunk pockets? You're getting a raise, buddy. So you've got swim trunk pockets, okay? If you're carrying keys and everything, they're gonna poke through this. This is gonna get abraded. I'm going to actually sew an extra piece of material across this part here. I'm just gonna sew it the end, you know, each end there. Just line it up with the existing seam, and hopefully that'll keep it from coming through. I don't want to lose keys or change or anything. All right. Oh, another one. This is one you're going to want to know about too. This may make a difference for you. This is a con. All right. The seam for the knee pads. Okay. You see, we've got this seam here. For some reason, they made the seam really heavy on the inside. So even when you just do a knee bend, you squat down to pick something up, that seam, it abrades, okay? So it doesn't bother me, but it may bother you. It's something to bear in mind. Now, one more, all right? And this is for a paddle holster. And this is one of those, this is a pro and a con. I really like the expanding waistband, okay? You see that? For when you have too many successful Taco Tuesdays. Expanding waistband. You get an extra inch if you need it. It's really, it'll move with you. It's really nice. Can you see that? Now, your paddle holster, if you're wearing it on the side, it's gonna catch when you're trying to pull this. When you kind of work it to get those hooks off the belt and off the inside of the waistband. You kind of swivel. It'll just pull this right out. It'll get caught on this, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. All right. Not that we're doing like a tactical release of the whole holster. You know, who cares how long it takes? But it's something to bear in mind. Now on to all the positives. All right. I'm a whore for pockets, and this has a bunch of pockets. All right. Even though they're swim trunk pockets, it's still pockets. You know. I put my phone in this one, even though the placement's a little odd because, you know, I tend to, as I'm working, man, I have to lean against stuff to get something, and I hear the phone going, you know. So that's something to think about. This is the pocket they show the phone being used in. It's not very deep though. As you can see, my fingers touch the bottom, so your phone is going to be sticking out, which is not ideal. You know, I've got an old flip phone, so it drops down in there. The other pockets, the Velcro is really solid. These are actually, I believe, and I haven't used them, but you can get inside here. I believe. Give me a second. Yeah, you go in from the side to put your knee pads in. So these have a pocket for knee pads in there, and that's why that double seam. And you go in from the inside. Good pockets, really solid Velcro. My pants now, I've only had them maybe 3 weeks, and I'm saving these, you know. And they've been through, you know, a few washes, and so far everything is holding up good. I'm not seeing any signs of weak spots or anything. You know, they're really seem to be holding up well. They've got nice large size belt loops for taking your larger belts. The material, I really like their mix. I went for a long time there where I could only wear cotton because of the feeling of a lot of the mixes and the polys. But this doesn't make my fingers feel like they need to be washed or something. This feels like a cotton. But I was working back yonder in the little 9 yards of hell I got in the back there. There's nothing but mesquite and cactus, a little section. And I was wearing my welding leathers to protect my upper body, and I was like, man, you know, these are going to get torn up. But those mesquite thorns just kind of skittered across the material, didn't catch. So I think that's a pretty big plus. A very solid material, metal YKK zipper, none of this chintzy plastic nonsense. See? And YKK zipper matters, y'all, because it's really, for me, in my experience, a solidly consistent zipper. Went over the large belt loops. They come in a limited range of colors, and I got these for, what was it? It was a real short sale. They're like $14.99 a pair. Right now, I think they're $19.99 a pair, which is still solid for a solid pair of pants. Now, again, this is not a long-term review. This is a very short-term review because I've only had them for, again, like 2-3 weeks. But so far, I like them. They're super comfortable. They don't make me sweat like a lot of the mixes do. They breathe well, yet they're also warm when it's cold out. I'm pretty happy with them. I can't complain. They also shed water. Let me see. Yeah, 1 minute. I got a jug of water over here. I can set these down. Got this water repellent qualities. Let me make sure that you're going to be able to see here. Look at that, huh? Most of the water beads up. A little bit gets through, but it's mostly just beads right off, which is really cool, you know. It's, I don't know why, but it is. Yeah, it's still like a little boy at heart, I guess. So that's it, y'all. Just a quick little rundown on the Blackhawk exclamation point pursuit pants. And again, I got mine from LA Police Gear, and I know a lot of people have had issues with LA Police Gear, and I myself even had an issue which made me almost not want to purchase from them again. When I ordered a pair of boots, because they had a sale on this pair of boots, they accidentally sent me 2 pair and then made me jump through hoops to get this friggin' pair of boots back to them. It was like a 2-week trial of endurance for my patience. But that was dealing with the shipping people. Dealing with the customer service, customer care people has been no problem. One time I ordered something and it said we'll ship, you know, after I ordered, it said we'll ship in 2 to 3 weeks, and I didn't know that you had to check all the fine print on there, you know. Well, I contacted the customer care and said, hey, you know, I wanted this a lot sooner than 3 weeks out it ships. And boom, right away, canceled the order, refunded my money, no problem. They didn't even make any kind of stink or hassle for me. And I used that that chat. They've got like that chat option on their website where you can contact us, you chat with a person live, and there was someone in the USA too, so that was cool. Aside from not reading the fine print there and that issue with the boots, I've enjoyed every purchase that I've gotten from them. I check for sales, you know, a pair of shorts, cargo shorts. I got a couple pairs for like $9.99. You know, pretty good, solid kit. I got my Corcoran boots from there when they were on sale, under $100, you know, and I've been wearing those till the soles are almost flat. All right. So it's up to you if you choose to get from them, but this is just a review on the pants themselves, and I'm letting you know where I got them. And so you don't just jump in and purchase from there. You should know that some people have had issues, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that those issues have to do with the shipping, that some things are drop shipped and other things just come right from them. So just check to see if it's in stock when you're thinking about ordering. What else? Oh, if you click send me email offers from them, you will get emails from them 4 or 5 times a day. So they've got good gear and everything. Just be aware that they're borderline spamish with their offers. Blackhawk exclamation point pursuit pants. Lots of pockets. What is it? Even like a little pocket inside a pocket. All kinds of cool stuff. So nice. Oh yeah, man! I almost forgot. That would have been really shitty of me to forget. I mean, poopy of me to forget this one. Reinforced. Wah, wah, wah. Can you see that? Little reinforced stitching there. All right, for where you put your knife, and they have that on both pockets. You see that? Hope that shows. Hold it still. So that's it, y'all. And I know I haven't been doing many videos, and I wish it were different, but know, my heart and my head have been just other places. I've been a little bit down, stuff like that. And then, like, to top it off, I've already had kind of bad winter with the debt the house is putting us into and everything. And yeah, my only flesh and blood friend, my only real flesh and blood friend, my best friend, you know, aside from my wife and dogs, he died just a few days ago. Just passed away, man, and I'm kind of broken up about it. But I never thought that I'd be a very sentimental person. But, you know, it turns out that in my world there are these stones upon which the foundation of my day is built. You know, the sun comes up, um, my dogs, you know, my wife, and it turned out that my friend Wesley Browning was one of those stones that, you know, and I wouldn't be the man who I am if it wasn't for him. He was he befriended me when no one else would, when I was coming from a very dark and violent path, a very, you know, dark and violent stretch of my life, and I was at a cusp, a crossroads really, where I could choose to continue upon this road that I had been on, or I could go another way. And Wes befriended me when no one else would. And, you know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met my wife. I would not have the life that I have today. I probably wouldn't even be alive. And all these things hadn't occurred to me. They didn't occur to me until he was dead. You know? I'm adding these into my review, and I don't care. It's my video. You know? And I want to talk about it. And the process of grief, it's not making sense to me. You know, we only talk once or twice a year, you know, but for men like us, that's enough. It's enough, you know, to know that the other one's there, and I know that if I was facing some difficulty, that Wes would have been here, you know, as quickly as he could. He would have been here. He would have come, you know, and I would have done the same for him. But, you know, and it's funny because just a week and a half ago, I was sitting there and I dialed his number. I hit his name on the little speed dial thing, and it started to ring, but then I lost signal, and I said, you know what, I'll try later. I can call later. But it turned out that there wasn't going to be a later, you know. Life is a fleeting thing, I suppose. You know, that there are no guarantees. I would say take the time to make a call or a visit if it's someone who matters to you. You know, no matter what their age. He was only a few years older than me. And now he's not here. You know, it's funny to talk about the mechanism of grief. When his mother called me and told me, I had to come out. The call dropped like 3 times, and I was calling her back, and you know, I was wondering why she was calling me from his phone. And I knew, though. You know, I know that I knew, because that's the first thought on grief. Yeah, I'm an intuitive person, and it's only one reason why his mother would be calling from his phone. My mind cycled through this collage of violent images, you know, where of just destruction, because I felt wounded. I felt wounded in that moment, and I wanted to pass that wounding on to the world around me, but I didn't, you know. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not going to go out and seek to wound the world in the way that I feel wounded, like I once would have. You know, I would have formed the emotional pain into physical pain for other people. That would have been my thing. I would have initiated physical confrontations. I would have egged people on. I would have gotten this out. I would have purged this poison in some way, or what I would have considered poison. But I'm older, calmer, I hope, and I know that this is just, that it has to happen, that this all has to be dealt with, it has to be processed, and it'll come as it comes, you know. But I found myself thinking about Wes, like, when I first met him, you know, I was back in AA, and I was just, had just gotten off all the medications that they give you for post-traumatic stress disorder, and, you know, I had been running and gunning with a couple of groups of people who were less than honest, and, you know, getting into bad things, and, you know, borderline criminal behavior. But Wes was a friend to me, you know, and he told me, just do what you're gonna do, man. Do what you're gonna fucking do, bro. And he said, you know, just do what you can. And he went with me to meetings and stuff. Took me to his home, introduced me to his mother. He made me biscuits and gravy. And he was showing me his dad's bullwhip. His dad passed away, and I said, man, I bet I can snap that. You know, I watch Indiana Jones. I bet I can snap that popping like firecrackers. So he said, go ahead, man. Don't mess around with it. And it was a nice whip too, braided leather, swivel handle, everything. I took that outside and I swung it. And I'm swinging it like a stick. You know, I don't know about a whip. I've never used a whip, and so I'm swinging it more like a stick. You know, this is what, 14 years ago or something. And well, I'm not one to give up, you know. And I'm stroking with this whip, and I'm catching myself down the neck, back of the head, side of the head. And Wes, after like 10 minutes of watching me, he sees that I'm not going to quit. You know, we hadn't known each other that long, so there were things he hadn't learned about me, and I hadn't learned about him. He goes in and gets an extra pack of cigarettes, and got himself a Pepsi, and ashtray, and a lawn chair, and he sat down and watched me for nearly an hour as I tried to get that bullwhip to crack. And I remember these times with Wes. He took me out to play pool, and, you know, he's a good person. He's a good man, you know. Had his own things going on, had his own issues. All of us got our demons, you know. But he was a good man. He'd give you the shirt off his back if you were a decent person. He would do anything for you. Yeah, you know, he's my best friend, and he's gone. And I'm doing a video review of my pants. Oh, it's just rest in peace, brother. Or not. You probably ain't the kind that's gonna take the piece too well. So I hope you at least, you know, raise some ruckus if there's anything on the other side. And if it's just dirt, then rest well, man. Rest well. That's it. Live free, punch hard, and be good to yourselves. And take the time to tell the person that you love them. Alright? Because tomorrow might be too late. Catch y'all later. Bye now. Find the button here through the thing. There it is.